Hi everyone, this is Erica Burnett back again to share another card making session with you. Today's card is just a quick and easy card, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. On the mat right now you see a piece of white cardstock, smooth white cardstock that is 3 3/4 by 5 inches. So right now I'm going to put underneath that, because I'm going to do some color blending, some white scrap paper underneath that, and I'm going to pull out some colors to blend with. And the color I'm starting with is Bermuda Bay by Stampin' Up. So I'm just going to start doing some blending, and I'm going to use a piece of tissue so I don't transfer color, you know, to any other part of the project. So I'm just going to put a piece of tissue here to hold the card steady and just start to blend. And there's no specific way, however you want to circle this, however you want to put this on here, there's no specific way on how you actually put the ink on. So now I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to catch that little piece right there, the little white piece, and I'm going to circle some on here. There you go. Okay, so that's my first color. Now I'm going to do Tempting Turquoise. And normally I'm a person who loves, I absolutely love warm colors, but I decided to venture off into some cool colors and see what happens. And with this technique, you don't know how it's going to blend. You don't, really know what's going to happen. So I'm going to try some different motions. Instead of doing circular all the time, I'll try the up and down and see what happens with that color. Try to hold that still. And let's see what happens with the up and down. Okay. The difference might not show right away, on the camera, but I can see the difference from my angle in the color. And I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. And there you go, thus far. So I'm done with that one. And actually, I'm going to switch colors. I was going to do Pool Party, which is also another cool color, but I think I ought to add something different to this. And right now, I'm feeling maybe a little purple might do it. A little purple. So I'm going to try some purple. I have no idea what it's going to look like, so bear with me. And I'm going to see what this purple, let me first do that. Okay, yeah. See what this purple looks like. So right now I'm going to start off so I don't make any swishily looks in there. So I'm going to start off the paper and see what happens. You can see it from, I can see it from my end. I can see the difference. It's hard to see on camera, I'm sure. But it blends very well. It looks really nice. Yeah, it looks very nice. I try not to be so organized in how I put things down, and everything's got to go this way and everything's got to go that way. And I actually got another idea just now for another technique that I'm going to do a video on soon. Okay, there you go. All right, all done. So I'm going to remove this for a minute. I'm going to put the ink back. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. Okay, so this is what the color looks like. Those 3 blended backgrounds that I did. And again, I'm going to post all the colors that I use and the tools that I use for this video. They're going to be posted in the comments. So if you have any questions about anything, just drop a note, a question in the comment box, okay? So that's the first one. So now what I'm going to do is I am going to use a little stenciling. And I'm just going to rub this off, this brush off to the side to remove some of that color. And I'm going to stencil with some black memento ink. And I'm going to use a butterfly. And these stencils I picked up recently from Hobby Lobby. So I don't know if anyone is familiar with Hobby Lobby. I'm sure you guys are. And these ones stick to the paper, and then you can go ahead and stencil in. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to hold down the paper and just stencil it through. A little bit more ink on here. And stencil it through again. Try not to get that on the rest of the paper. I would have used a smaller brush, but I made a card earlier and I rinsed the brush off and it's not dry yet. So I'm going to do the best I can not to get that on the rest of the card. In which I made the mistake in doing, but you can always fix these things. So you can always fix the little mistakes that you make when you're crafting. So there's no reason to get like out of sorts at all over anything, because you can definitely fix your mistake. So I'm going to lift that up and see what that looks like. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, that came out pretty good. Okay, it didn't come out bad at all. And actually, I don't mind the strips going around it. I don't mind that at all. It kind of gives it a decoupage look to it. It kind of gives it like a little 3D look to it. So I actually don't mind that at all. It doesn't look bad. So now I'm going to put another little image on there too. And just up a little higher here, little dragonfly. So I'm going to do that. And I never know how these things are going to turn out, because I try everything on when I'm actually doing the videos. I don't like really pre-plan a lot of stuff, so I never know how things are going to roll out and where things are going to take me during the process. You know, so I always do that. And I'm patting so I don't get it all on the, like I did the last one. Okay. Seems like I did good there. So let's see. There you go. That looks great. I absolutely love it. I'm just coming into stencils now. I know I'm a late bloomer. I love sticking to using some of my old tools, most of my own tools, to do a lot of this stuff here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this on a background right now, and then I'll move to the next step. So it's going to go on black cardstock. And I was like that, but what I was going to do is put the copper, a metallic amber, I'm sorry, on the background, but I'm not thinking metallic amber. I'm thinking white. So I'm going to pop that on to a white piece of cardstock that I more than likely will need to cut down because I didn't do it ahead of time. So I'm going to cut it down. Use my cutter. Okay, and it's going to be cut down to 3 7/8 to 5 1/8, and that's just enough to show a border on the back of the other card on top of the decorative layer. And I want to make sure I cut that right. And there you go. That's absolutely right. I love the color on that. Okay. It kind of looked, like I said, like 3D, like it's trying to lift up off the paper a little bit. I absolutely love that. And I love the color combination. And like I said, I've never tried that color combination before. Everything I do is always spur of the moment, so I never know what's going to happen. So I have that, and now I'm going to layer it. Okay, on a piece of black cardstock, and this is the black cardstock here, but I'm going to put this layer on top first and move the other stuff out the way. Okay. Make sure I get those edges and one down the middle. Okay, there you go. All right, it has that border. And now we're going to put it on the black cardstock. And one down the center. Okay. I'll put it on the side. There you go. We're going to put it here. Okay. All right, that's the first layer. So we're not done yet. So now I have some, actually I'm going to leave that here. And I have some, let's see here. I have some butterflies, like some butterfly die cuts that I actually cut out. Here's one. Here's another. And I'm not sure about this little tiny one. I'm not sure yet. So I just want to see which one that I need to kind of place on here, because I didn't want to have a bunch of, you know, the flat butterflies and not have something that kind of brings the card to life. So I think I think, you know what, I think that small one is perfectly fine. So I'm going to use the small one, and believe it or not, I'm going to use a glue dot. I was going to use some glue, but I'm going to use a glue dot. I know for certain it'll be secure. And these are glue dots. Yeah, glue dots. Yeah, so like I said, everything that I use, I'll place in the comment section. All right, so I'm going to place this down and just like right about here, and let that, and then I'm going to take and kind of lift it up. This is like a little die cut tool I have. I'm just going to lift it up. There you go. To kind of fold the wings a little bit so it can be seen and it's not just, you know, there. So that's what that looks like. Now, after that, I am going to place a sentiment on the card. So I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to do my sentiment, which is Embrace Life. And here's the stamp, Embrace Life, which I got from Stampin' Up! Long time ago. I think the whole set is discontinued. Like I said, I like using a lot of my old stuff. I just love it. I love your wood stamps. Not that I don't like clear stamps, but for me, I just cannot get rid of my wood stamps. So here, this is a piece of white linen card paper, cardstock. So I'm just going to stamp it on here. Embrace Life. Is that the way I wanted it? No, that's not the... So I'm going to flip it over because it didn't look the way I wanted it to look. So, and I often do that. So I need to apply pressure on both ends all the way around. Much better. I like, yeah, much better. So now I'm going to die cut that out. I'm going to use one of my dies from this company. It's My Favorite Things Dynamics. And these are like the perforated flags that they have, or banners that they call them. And I think this set is also discontinued. Some places may still have it, but I think it's discontinued. I don't think it's on their website any longer. So I am going to cut that on my die cutting machine. My little die cutting baby. The first one I ever got, which is the big shot, and I got it from Stampin' Up!, which you'll notice I talk about Stampin' Up! A lot. So I'm going to put that on here. And I'm going to make it even, because I think the way I stamped it is a little crooked. So I'm going to try to even it out a little. a little bit, bring it up a little bit. I think that's about right. All right, so we're gonna leave that there. And I love this platform. This is a magnetized platform, so the metal dies don't move once you place them down. They stay in place, which is good. So, and then this is what it looks like, and I'll show you. Let me move this. Okay, we're going to take this out of here. That's what it looks like, and it's in a perforated, has perforated lines all around it, and it's like a flag, like a little banner. So that's what that looks like. So I'm going to place that on the card. I was going to pop it up. Maybe I should. I'm not going to pop it up because you know why? I already have the butterfly that's popped up. So you know what? I'm going to leave that flat, and I'm going to place it down. Okay, so let me put some adhesive on the back of that. Straight down the middle. Make sure we're all covered. Okay. And now I'm going to place that down here. There you go. Okay, that's down. Now, let's see. I'm going to put the buttons on it. Like I said, anyone who knows me knows I like buttons. So I'm not going to put a whole lot of buttons, just 3 buttons on here. I love buttons, and I don't know what it is about buttons, but I love buttons. So I need one more blue dot, and I ran out of blue dots on that roll. But I do have another roll. I always have a backup. So, one more. Okay. And there we go. Try to space them as best possible. There you go. And that's it. I'm going to fold the card so you can see the full card and what it looks like. And here you have it. Let me move it over to the middle so you can see that. Here you have it. That's the end result of the card, the blending with the butterfly and all that stuff. It came out better than I expected. Like I said, these are the first times I'm using these stencils, and this is the first time I made this type of card. Everything I do is always spur of the moment. It may not come out like I would expect it to, but I actually like this card. So like I said, if you have any questions whatsoever, just drop your questions and comments down below the video. Hopefully you enjoyed this video and you can pick up a few things from this, and I look forward to sharing another video with you. Be safe, be careful, enjoy the rest of your week. See you soon. Bye-bye.